we are live. Hello, world. Welcome to Grimshaws Tavern, a series of the Pernicious Chronicles where we talk about the Pernicious Chronicles of the world and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm gonna get us unmuted here real quick, and then we will go from there. All right. So, above me, actually, I have joining me today. I have Kiki, who is dressed up in a nice fox pajamas.
You told me to cosplay today.
Unfortunately, I forgot all about it. I am truly sorry.
Okay.
And then to my, I don't even know what it would look like to everybody else watching. But in the top left, we got Tim joining us from his somewhat clean bedroom.
It's clean. It's clean.
And
I mean, you guys think it's clean, but I know the real truth.
I'm just messing with you, dude. Wait, they were giving you a hard time last week about it.
That's right. I guess.
And then we also have Graham joining us tonight.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good?
Feeling
Well,
kind of
this morning.
foxy. Sorry, I had to.
All right, so a couple things going on tonight. The biggest thing, in all honesty, is the giveaway that we have going on. And
Yeah.
on the stream, I have a countdown. So in 1 hour and 29 minutes, we will be doing the drawing for this. So in the meantime, it's up to us to keep everybody entertained and to talk about some other stuff. So, topic for Grimshaw's Tavern tonight is cosmology, the makeup of basically the universe, in like the TPC universe. I know we touched on it a little bit before, and I know Kiki, this is your first time joining us, and you're excited about this.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked.
Mainly because of what happened to Heidi last week. And then, of course, Graham and Tim, I know you guys have talked about the Penumbra before, and that's probably like everyone's favorite go-to place right now because of all the things that are coming out of that.
My favorite place.
It's not at all terrifying.
Not at all, not at all. And I've created a few other things to add to that, by the way.
I think it's pretty cool.
So we'll go ahead and dive right in it, actually. And the first thing, obviously, with the universe, I know we had talked about that when the world was created, there were these swirling elemental currents. Basically, that's where the arcane magic got pulled from. And then there were these other realms that kind of fell in between when Recroya was made. So part of that is like I've already called it the plane of souls. The plane of souls is where the deities reside, and you guys feel free to jump in here. I think got hit.
Yep.
Somebody just auto hosted. Oh, it was Encounter Roleplay. Good deal. Sorry, my stuff got hidden from behind, unfortunately. Anyway, the plane of souls is the home of the deities. I kind of picture this kind of like what is it? Mount. What's the Greek mythology one? Is it Mount Olympus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Or something similar to that. It's kind of what I picture the plane of souls being. So when it was created and when it was described, they had this view of the world of Rocroya, because the party in episode 3 actually ended up in the plane of souls of the Destiny campaign. Sorry, episode 3 of the Destiny campaign, they ended up in the plane of souls. And it kind of showed them the view of the world. So that's kind of how I pictured that. I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
From a player perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where all the gods live and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. And if you watch a load of films, whenever you've got a film where you've got characters and gods, you often see them sort of like looking down on like a giant table or something through the clouds, and they're going, "Oh yeah, that's so and so," and we're gonna, throw thunderbolts at him, and then arguing between each other and going, "Actually, no, I like that one. You can't kill that one."
Yeah, gods are dicks.
Especially one with initials DN.
Yeah. Guy's
Um,
total jerk.
So there's a lot that can come into play into that, and it depends on how in depth you want to get into like the whole heaven and hell thing. But that would essentially be, in my opinion, that would be like heaven, essentially. So, but I'll go ahead and move by that one because we can always come back to it if you want to.
So Penumbra's like hell, or sorry, what were you getting at there?
Well, hell hasn't been created yet. And that's why we're here tonight.
Awesome.
Penumbra can't be hell because it's actually a nice place.
Yeah, the Penumbra's
Sure,
great.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lovely place to be.
So the Penumbra. Okay, so last week, Kiki, when you were doing the whole thing for Heidi as to where she went, because the goat came out and teleported you guys somewhere.
Yeah, so from what I understand is the goat charged in and Heidi rolled up her sleeves and said, I am done with this. So she attempted to do what any farmer would do and grab it by the horns and just kind of stop it in its tracks. Unfortunately, she wasn't really strong enough, so it just took off with her holding on for dear life on the horns.
So you kind of described a place that kind of fell in between like Roquoria
Yeah.
and the Penumbra.
So I had kind of spoken to you to sort of grasp at what it was that was between things, how I could kind of I asked the party too because I kind of did this really last minute, so nobody could really think of anything that was between them, so I just decided that nothing was between them, and in which case there was the risk of literally ceasing to exist because you're somewhere that there's no existence to be had, if that makes sense.
So what would you call this place?
I would call it the nothing. Or the void,
Because that's nothing.
Well,
it's nothing.
the nothing reminds me of Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess it would be the sea of void, the void sea.
Yeah, I mean,
The dark tunnel.
I like the sea one.
Yeah.
So okay, so
Sea of
part
void,
of this tonight is we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna make these realms. We're gonna make up the like basically the whole cosmos, and there's plenty of things to mirror this as. I was looking at, I think, Forgotten Realms a couple weeks ago, and the way they have theirs set up is kind of similar to what I was thinking for the TPC world. Like the Penumbra already takes the place of the Shadow Realm, and we can rename it. But I initially started with the Plane of Ivory taking the place of the Feywild.
Yeah.
And then the Tormented Plane is actually Hell. So I did name it. Sorry.
Have we already done this? Thanks, guys, for tuning in to Grimshaws Tavern.
Oh man, no, but that's the whole point. Is like there can be tons of realms. There doesn't have to necessarily be just 6 and that's it. So I like the one in between, and we can always say.
Oh, I was gonna say, it could even just be the space between the realms that, like, when you have to travel through something, you either take the jet streamed path to those realms, or you end up in the nothing, or I guess the void sea.
So okay, I had a thought just now when we were talking about that.
Sure.
Because if you remember, we talked about the elemental currents. There are elemental currents that kind of flow in between them, and it affects, especially Roquoria, because it's almost like they're in the middle. So they could actually fall into this. Like this whole nothing void could be these currents.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the sort of the Forgotten Realms stuff, they've got because they've done so many editions and they keep changing the cosmology every edition. It's all very confused. But you've got like the astral plane and the ethereal plane, and the astral plane is this other dimension, and you can go there, but they never really explain what the ethereal plane is. And you're sort of your Void Sea could be the equivalent of that. But then you've also got like the Weave and the Shadow Weave, which separate sort of the realm of magic and the realm of, for them, the Shadow Realm. They separate that off from there, and you've got the Weave things that you could play with as well, which is kind of like a barrier between the two. So you can poke around and play with it quite a lot. It's all good.
Okay. The one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's why there's only technically 4 deities. And that's because I don't want to fall into that where there's 20 deities and there's one for window blinds, that kind of thing. So I kind of like, we have the planes, and I can add we can add a few more, but I don't want to get to like an extreme to where there's 12 different ones. I think the most I would want to do would be like 8. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes, you
Discworld number.
Uh-oh. Do I need to change this number?
Oh no, it was just a joke how 7 is a important number in our bow magical whatever. And so when Terry Pratchett wrote Discworld, 8 was his magic number. It's like wizards can't even say the number 8. It's a whole
Interesting.
yeah.
Make that a spell component for a wish spell.
And it was like the 8th son of an 8th son is always a sorcerer. That was a whole thing right there too. That's a different lore. Don't even mind me. I was just bringing up similar things, I guess.
That's actually one of the reasons I'm glad you're here to talk about the realms and all that stuff, because you and Graham both have all these I don't know. I feel like you have the most experience with all of this.
Like fantasy world building?
Well, just like lore in general, just fantasy worlds in general.
Oh, you've read Discworld, yeah, Graham?
I've not read Discworld. I've read like 1 or 2 of the books, but I wouldn't say that I know much about it. But I read a lot of fantasy books, and there's some really cool ways of doing magic in there. I think Trudy Carnarvon's books are probably the 2 series that I think are absolutely brilliant for doing totally different ways of working magic and yet still basing the magic in rules. They're quite cool. I love her books.
Cool.
So here's a question: how would this stack? I'm trying to organize this on the website so we can make sense. So if a new player comes in, or if anybody comes in and starts reading these, it kind of makes sense. So would you put the Plane of Souls at the top, and then kind of like the nothing in between, followed by like Rocroya, and then the Tormented Plane, or would you put like the one that's supposed to represent the Feywild in between? Because they would be on opposite sides of Rocroya.
I think it would be personal preference, and I would go for more and less of a stacking link. I would go for more of a global sphere, where maybe you have planes that are on the same sort of dimensional space that you can travel to more easily, or perhaps to get from like this plane to get to the Feywild, you got to climb through this, and then hop over to this. Or maybe you could say a more streamlined approach would be like it's diagonal from this on the grand sphere or whatever shape you choose to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it should be linear. I think it should be more abstract.
So to get to a certain plane, you have to go through another plane.
Not necessarily. I'm just talking about.
Well, that would be more linear.
Yeah, I mean, you could. It depends where you want your sources of conflict to be. So you've got the Plane of Ivory, which is your Feywild. You've got the Penumbra, and you've got Rocroya. You've got the Plane of Souls to be your heaven, and at the moment you've got the Tormented Plane to be your hell. So you could have the Plane of Souls at the top and the Tormented Plane at the bottom. Then everything else could be on like a level. So you could have Rocroya and the Plane of Ivory and the Penumbra and any other worlds that you wanted on this flat layer in the middle, and they could be the ones that the gods and the demons messed with essentially. So the gods might come into Rocroya and mess with the people there, but it's Tuesday tomorrow and they might get bored, so then tomorrow they're going to go to the Penumbra and screw with them because they're gods. So all in the middle, you could just have, this could be that Void Sea. So, you've got the Void Sea with the Plane of Souls above it and the Tormented Plane underneath. And then you've got all your other realms kind of floating around in this Void Sea and bobbing around. So if you don't make it all the way to the Penumbra, you end up in these elemental currents.
So
That would be
works.
kind of interesting.
That's pretty cool. It'd be cool if the gods didn't know the Void Sea existed. Because, I mean, if they're messing around in other realms, they probably wouldn't have ever visited the Void Sea.
So
I do like
Just an
that where it's
idea.
just it's kind of like, there are islands and there are currents that can take you to different places, and if you end up someplace you're not supposed to be, that's how you kind of get there. Because my whole thing was the goat was blinking to another state of existence, so I let go while he was in the middle of that, so I ended up somewhere I wasn't supposed to be.
gotcha.
And now you're all weird.
I'm all weird. What's really interesting, I think, is what was the being that was there that I was speaking to? Because I made them as ambiguous as possible to give you something to sort of play with.
So okay, so now becomes the question is, do we want?
Should we summarize the story just to make it accessible for everyone, so I don't have to read like?
Sure. I can actually. No, can't. I don't have it up on board. Hold that thought. Thank you.
It's still on Discord, isn't it?
It should be.
Yeah, it's about. I mean, I can just pull it up on my folder real quick. I think I sent it to you in PM if you want to check your private Discord.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, I wouldn't be able to pull it up on here.
Could read it in a really eccentric tone, but.
Well, it won't even let me open it. That's the thing. It's weird.
Hmm.
Very strange.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really proofread it or anything. I'm not really. I'm not too keen on everyone being like, "Oh, Heidi's a terrible."
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to summarize it, you can. Or did you want me to summarize it?
I just downloaded it really quickly.
I was trying to get there. It wouldn't let me. All right.
So 2 pages. That would take about 2.5, 3 minutes to narrate. Maybe 4.
Long story short, Alistair is no longer the weirdest member in the party.
Yeah. I mean, you wrote it. You could just give us the cliff notes.
Yeah. Long story short, Heidi's on the back of the beast. They're in a really dark area. She can't really see anything in front of her. She asks the goat if it's planning on stopping. The goat just goes blah. So she says sarcastically, "I didn't think so." It goes blah. And then she thinks about her family. She decides that she'll miss them. She decides she probably won't miss the party because they're all weird. And we don't do anything. And then she decides to let go. And she starts floating, and she doesn't hear anything, and she doesn't feel anything. And it seems as though she's slowly sort of leaving her own body or watching it from a third person perspective. And then a voice suddenly erupts the darkness. It sounds like gravel and dead leaves, like the dying tree branches in the dead of winter. And it says, "That was an odd thing to do. Would you be content to wither here then?" And Heidi goes, "No, I don't think I would." And so it kind of just kind of hints at her that she should probably work at existing again. But at that point, it's a bit too late. And she's continuing to fade away, and she doesn't even remember who she is, what her name is, what she's doing there. And at the very end, she thinks with all of her might, because, there has to be a happy ending at the end. She goes, "Don't let me disappear." And the voice says that it's going to help her, and it's going to be tricky now that you're so far gone, and it may get stuck to her. And so she's come back, and she sort of remembers things here and there. And I think we had hinted at the fact that there was going to be something sort of attached that came back with her. And she may not be aware of actions that she makes. She may be occasionally stricken with the urge to say something or the urge to do something without understanding where it's coming from. I don't know if the voice is going to speak to her or anything, but that was just kind of what I had come up with.
Oh man.
And that's the gist of it.
So one of the things that, just real quick, one of the viewers popped up in chat and they were talking about kind of making it like almost like a time loop. Essentially, they get caught in these elemental currents and end up like hundreds of years in the future, to where the PCs are coming along and they just happen to show up or something like that. So that's possible too.
Oh yeah, anything's possible.
The void sea is kind of scary. Like just ceasing to exist. It's not even anything. There's nothing there.
It reminds
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was going for. Because like they said, they were like, well, we don't know. I don't know if anything's even there. So I was like, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, once you've got this thing of nothing, and there's no realm there necessarily or no plane, but you then put a voice in it. It's like, okay, so what is that lives there? There must be something there, but it's not in a realm or in a place. But there is something. You know, how old is it? What is it? How powerful is it? It could already stop you disappearing into nothing. So there's got to be some power in there, which is quite cool.
So one of the things I was thinking about is, since this is an elemental current, and I had already talked about certain essences kind of peeling off and getting lost in other dimensions or other realms, that this can be actually like a flow of elemental energy that used to be elements or used to be beings, or you know, just kind of they got lost in the nothing. And every so often somebody like Heidi comes through and they attach themselves to her, and then that's how they get out.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, I like secretly a huge. I mean, I don't really believe in the paranormal, but I'm like a huge like ghost show aficionado. Like, I love ghost shows. I love like movies about ghosts. I love anything about. So when I thought about like being stuck somewhere and having something come back with you, that was kind of my influence for it. And I was like, oh, I wonder what sort of, you know, attachment is this going to produce, or what, you know, obviously there has to be something in it for them to help me.
So now Heidi's possessed.
Maybe.
So do you like the idea of it? Okay, look, more along the lines, do you prefer it to be like this elemental essence that maybe it was a soul at one point and it just turned back into pure energy and got caught up in the current? Or would you prefer it to be like some elemental being or a ghost or something like that?
I think it should be some sort of omnipotent being, simply because I mean, it could be the collective manifestation of things that have ceased to exist, which would also be interesting. But I think that it should be some sort of collective or some sort of larger being. I don't think it should be so simply explained away by because a lot of the power and a lot of the intrigue comes from the mystery. So you should kind of keep it ambiguous. Like I kept it purposely ambiguous because you're the GM and you need something to work with. But other than that, I think keeping it as ambiguous as possible will allow some of the more intrigue and mystery. And when you have something you can't really explain, perhaps you could just attribute it to whatever that is. You know, it's like it's under your miscellaneous for like, I can't explain this right now. I'll just file it away.
I like like we were saying, the whole elemental current thing flowing. Where does the energy come from? Type thing. Stuff keeps getting hidden.
Maybe this is a banished god that was sent to this plane, and they just like
a really forgotten god.
Yeah, or maybe if it's like some sort of eldritch thing.
Yeah, something super ancient.
Yeah, the old ones.
Like Titan.
Yeah, maybe even older than Titan. Maybe this is what keeps Titan awake at night. What is Titan scared of?
Nat 20s.
All right. Okay. So that does give me a lot to play with, though, because it does leave the door open for a lot of other stuff.
Perhaps when you even have a character die that you weren't ready to die yet, you could even say that they went there and maybe they encounter the same, or maybe we can encounter someone else who's like, I went there years ago and something horrible, and he's all black and like weird looking. Heidi's like, what? He's like, excuse me, please.
All right.
I need to stay clean. And I mean like a being of pure darkness, not just like a drow or anything.
Now that's the penumbra. That's what those are for.
Mm.
That's where maybe that's where the Terrask sleeps.
In the nothing.
Yeah, he just sleeps there.
Oh man, Heidi just brought the Tarask back to Rokoria.
Well, I was thinking, so there are beings, at least in D&D, that are negative beings, where they like that they apply negative attributes and a bunch of other stuff. And I mean, so maybe there could be. I don't. You have to really like think back, like what originates from nothing. What is the if something must exist, then there surely must have been nothing at some point. So where does this nothing fit in, and how does it sort of apply in the grand scheme of things? What does it mean for those who do exist, and what does it mean to have your existence stripped from you? I mean, I tried to go into that as much as I could, but at the same time, this is a story I wrote in like 2 hours that I had to come up with something creative for Heidi, so that's what I went with.
Yeah, the nothing is terrifying.
But it works. But it works.
Yeah, the endless. Well, I mean, I've been doing a lot of sailing, if you guys know. So sometimes when you're out there at night and you just see nothing all around you, you get kind of freaked out. Like, oh,
Yeah.
God, agoraphobia starts to set in. You're like, oh, geez, the void is massive.
So we've decided that it's going to be called the Void Sea, and this is the elemental currents. That's basically like in a giant abyss. And then depending, just because you go there doesn't mean that there's going to be things that attach themselves to you. It could just be all chance or anything like that. So you never know what's going to happen.
Maybe, yeah, who knows why that being even chose to reach out to me? Who knows how many people end up in this space? Maybe he thought he could strike a deal with me. So that's why he was like, okay, I'm going to help you out. Or maybe it was because I had ties to magic that he was like, you're a magical being, I can help you.
Maybe they're all sitting at the DMV waiting for the next life to come through.
Yeah, maybe
Ticket
it's a
number
line.
379.
Yeah. Although I did kind of like the idea of it being a collective, like not necessarily a hive mind, but maybe a being that formed off of a collective, if that makes sense. Something that fueled a new entity altogether.
Yeah, I mean that could be the difference between like magic users who get lost there and non-magic users. If you're a non-magic user and you get lost there, it just kind of assimilates you and sort of sucks you into the hive mind. But if you're a magic user, then there's you've got potential to astrally project to do these things, and it can use you to get out.
It could even be alignment based. It could even be, you're an evil creature, so we're going to assimilate you because that's what we are. But oh no, you've got some good in you, so the gods might miss you. So we better hitch a ride with you back up. Maybe slowly corrupt you, slowly corrupt the world around you. Maybe maybe it's like a Heracles type of situation where they're just Hera waiting to apply some dastardly deed, make you crazy, kill your kids. So you got to go do a bunch of 12 deeds or whatever.
Sorry, I was trying to type in chat. I was going to say thanks to Spicy Lids for the subscribe.
Thank you.
But I told him follow.
Finger gun.
Because I'm sitting there listening to you guys, but just typing away.
Cheers, dude.
Jeez, what a good name. Spicy Lids. I like it.
All right, so...
Give me. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Sorry, just...
Getting hot?
Well, I'm gonna keep it on, but I might take the hood down. All right, 1 second.
No, I do like the whole hive mind mentality for that. So that could be something interesting for you guys to get lost in.
I like a DMV.
Yeah, the DMV.
That sounded awesome.
Now serving.
Yeah.
What number are you? Oh, I've been here for like 40 minutes.
I'll give you the next 40 souls for your ticket. They're over there like bidding away.
Is the Void DMV going to be one of your 8 realms then?
Yeah, please, yeah, do it.
It reminds me. Have you've seen Beetlejuice? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The bit where they go when they've just died, and they don't realise they're dead. That whole sort of like help desk for the newly deceased thing.
Yeah. I do like the whole thing of it being like this collective, like I said, with all the energies and all that, and it's like you said, it's in or she said it's ambiguous, so it can be open to pretty much anything. But I might add a few other things in there, like they were talking in chat about it being kind of like a time loop thing. But it wouldn't make sense for Heidi, but it also makes sense because you never know what's going to happen. You know, she was only in there for like game time, 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So
the other thing with the collective is you could have different personalities within it. So it could have different personalities depending on which bit of the collective was in charge at any one time.
Yep. So that actually leaves it open for me as well.
Yeah. You can really mess with people.
Oh man, we're giving him too much.
Yes, this is why we do Grimshaws Tavern. This is why we build this world.
And we never learn.
Yeah.
I had this great idea for this terrible, terrible monster. Oh God, no! Please no. I don't want to fight it now.
Yeah. So Tim, about those, those really weak little gnome creatures that have got like 5 hit points and try and attack you with really tasty cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, let's make that. Yeah. It won't be it'll be a great encounter.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was catching up with the comments and stuff. Melting down souls. See, and then when you run into the problem with like souls and stuff, that was the whole point of the Titankin War, because Titan wanted the souls for himself. So he could be tied to the Void Sea as well. You never know. I have to figure this one out, but I do like it though. I do like it.
Well, I've run out of milk, so this is the last of my.
No tea tonight?
No, I'm just gonna drink White Russians.
I want White Russians, damn it.
Let's see. Somebody give me a number between 1,000 and I don't know, 2,000.
1,333.
All right. We're raffling off that much gold.
Oh.
Whoa, gold is getting raffled.
All right. So, are we good with the Void Sea? Do we want to talk about it a little bit more, or maybe as we throw out ideas, come back to it?
I think maybe we could come back to it and sort of tie it into the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like leaving it kind of open, so it could
Okay.
be kind of.
I don't know how that happened. Sorry, I'm trying to organize this and make the notes as we go along for the website, so that way it's updated in real time. As you know, that's important, because when the DM doesn't update his notes, things get forgotten.
Yep.
Oh no. Ken and Spicy Lids won 666 gold each.
Yep, I just spotted that.
Oh man.
Man, Ken's getting a lot of gold.
Is that Ken?
Yeah.
That,
Spicy
Vinny-
Lids?
No. That Vinny, whatever.
Veni Vidi Vici Vasi.
Yeah, it's like all
Veni
blending together.
Vidi Vici Vasi.
Yeah, Ken's raking it in.
Some bastardized Latin right there.
That's it with extra bits.
Listen to me, Veni Vidi Vici. What's the last one?
Vasi.
Vasi.
Brassy.
I know what it is without the Vasi, but I don't know what the Vasi is.
It's Veni Vidi Vici. Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
Vasi is. Ken,
Yeah.
enlighten us.
It's all of Ken's alter egos in Latin.
Right?
Like
It's all of,
Ken.
yeah.
Ken, Rex, Jeremy,
Chris
Chris.
was there was that
Curtis.
one, like,
Curtis.
Curtis.
Yeah,
is one.
Curtis.
We're gonna have to give him a new one for tomorrow's show. I'm trying to get to my dashboard so I can see. All right. Okay. So moving on. Let's move on to. We already know about Recroya. Recroya being the material plane. Does that make sense? It's the material plane, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal place.
I don't
Or
know. That
one
just
of them.
sounds weird to me.
So yeah, the other question is Recroya the only material plane, or is there another one?
At this current moment, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Well, technically, and that's the other thing, is like technically the penumbra could be considered a material plane if you think about it.
Well, isn't the penumbra kind of the opposite of Rokroya?
It's like the shadow realm.
Like the shadow version of it.
Yes. But it mirrors it, and it has its like own physical features.
Mm.
And races and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, but the stuff that lives there is different. But if the sort of the landscape is kind of an echo of the main one, and you get the same with the Ivory Plane, they're kind of tied. They're almost like overlapping.
So it's like you have 3 levels of the same world.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean though. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm good with that. I'm going to move this one up here, though. All right, next one. So we talked about the penumbra in actually 2 of the episodes so far. Is there any questions about the penumbra?
It's spooktacular.
When can we go there?
Well, if you want to go back down into the mines of Arabian, you guys can. And
All right,
probably
that's
find
what
the
we're
portal.
All right.
Yeah, or just grab hold of the goat next time it shows up, and hang
No,
on.
don't do that. FYI, don't do that.
If you hadn't let go, you'd have been okay.
That's true. You could have ended up like anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she
I
could have been
like
stuck
her.
there.
Yeah, exactly. I went for some divine intervention.
No, that wouldn't have worked.
Oh, because there's no gods.
Currently.
Well, there is,
And the
but he's a
answers-
jerk, and
and
he
the
hates it.
Until we ascend to godhood, that's why we're called the Antecedent.
Oh no, yeah, there are no gods in your timeline. There are gods in our timeline, but yeah, they're trying to eat people.
Heidi apologizes for any carnivorous behavior godship may have bestowed upon her.
Yeah, like
Alistair.
she came back with the goat, and the goat's like really like a mini deity, and he bestowed it onto her. Okay, so Ken has a question. He says, when the gods created the planet, did they also create the universe and everything? The way I'd originally designed it was that the elemental currents were there already. They created Rokroya. I never really touched on the other ones. So, obviously they created the Planet Souls, because that's their home. We can decide that right now, actually.
Yeah. So who made the other planes?
That's what we're talking
Is
about.
that what it is? Yeah. I
Yeah.
was kind of about that.
I almost want to say they were there already. The reason I say that is because when I did the description of everything, I think I even put that. Hold on, I think I did. I think I said that the races were influenced by the Feywild.
Is it only on there on the website or in your notes?
No, it's on the website. I put that on the website somewhere. I know I did, but I think that's what I did. Where the hell did I put it? I'm gonna say that they were already there, but that wouldn't make sense because why would the penumbra echo it?
It just does.
Yeah.
Like with the flow of the elemental plane kind of like molded around it.
Yeah, you could have sort of positive and negative energy sort of ripples above and below, or
What the hell am I talking about? We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Why would it have to make sense?
yeah.
I mean,
I know.
generally.
I know. I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna stick to my original plan. They made Rokroya, and like you were saying, due to the elemental currents, they kind of formed around them. So,
Yeah, explain why it's an echo. I mean, as you say, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to make sense internally.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to what I originally wrote.
It definitely doesn't need to make sense to us. We can find it as we go along.
Nothing makes sense.
He ate Chris's hat. Oh, Simeon's hat.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's talking about the goat deity.
Yeah. And possibly then Simeon.
Yeah, that's true. Possibly Simeon. Or
Maybe in his soul.
maybe the goat took Simeon to like the void sea, and he's just there.
It had no will to leave.
Just stuck. Just
Because
floating around.
I think the premise I was trying to set was that floating away and drifting into nothing was a generally appealing sensation after you got over the initial shock of it all. So Heidi had to have her motivational drive was the only thing that really got her to be like, okay, I can't just like lay here.
I have
And
a
then-
job to do.
So that,
I
but
have a
that-
job to do.
but that makes sense too, because then if you're just floating there with all of this, you just become part of this this elemental hive mind thing.
Y'all float down here.
Yeah.
Heidi would have started cleaning up the void sea. Like just
Wait, what happened to Tidy? What happened to Tidy during all of this?
Tidy was in Simeon's pocket. It flew at him as we were running.
It did come back.
no, wasn't he? Oh, it was in Jared's pocket, wasn't he?
Yeah. Jared
that's-
had him.
But that's what
Yeah.
I mean. What happened with? Okay, so if Jared had him, we're good.
Maybe he fell out when I jumped on the goat and Jared just picked him up casually, like, oh, here's a pig.
It was a
Basically, I'm just trying to make Tidy make Heidi lose Tidy, so she has to go on an
Tidy
adventure.
adventure?
Yeah, Tidy adventure.
Tidy little adventure.
I just put Tidy in the chat.
Little tidy adventure. Oh, cute.
Tidy's in the chat.
Oh
Have you guys never noticed that?
Yeah, I know he's there.
no, I've seen that a couple of times. It just looks funny every time.
Just a little pig.
Yeah.
Little pig.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. Sneak one in there on him and see what happens. All right. Plane of Ivory. We've talked about the Penumbra a lot. The Plane of Ivory obviously is the Feywild. Do we want to mess with the creatures there?
In the
In
Feywild?
Fae? Oh, the Fae is pretty well established in D&D. Did you have any grand plans for it in your realm, or were you going to kind of like keep it the same?
I was going to kind of keep it the same. There sort of is a plan. It's mentioned a couple times. There is a race there that I've already created. And if anybody's slick enough, they've already figured that out.
Ooh,
As Graham laughs, and he probably has figured it out.
more drow.
Kiki just goes,
Yeah, I like the Feywild kind of as it is.
Yeah. I mean,
I like it where nothing is as it seems. Like everything's kind of out to trick you.
yeah. I mean, I don't think they talk about it quite as much in D&D as they do in some of the old storybooks, but I quite like the idea that in the Feywild, you've got effectively the Seelie Court and the Unseelie Court. So you've got the good Fey and the bad Fey. And the good Fey are the generally benevolent ones who they might try and trick you and lure kids away and turn them into Fey, but that's generally out of oh, we're going to make you immortal and you can come and play with us forever. And then you've got the Unseelie Fey who are like, no, we're going to steal your children and eat them. And the dark side as well.
I rather always pictured the Fae as a Midsummer's Night Dream, or perhaps the Sandman story, where Shakespeare's in that, and they talk about how the fairies are really coming over from the Fae lands because they don't live in our lands anymore. But that's generally the same basic concept that they have going on.
Yeah, I mean, when you get into a lot of the Celtic folklore about the Fae, some of it is really, really dark.
Mm-hmm.
I've read some of that. So like in the Penumbra, we have these portals or gateways that are opened up through the elemental currents that flow around Recroya. and they all pop up in these underneath caverns and caves and all this kind of stuff. Would you have something similar like that for the Plane of Ivory? First off, do we want to rename this damn thing?
What, I mean, the Plane of Ivory?
I
I
am not
like the
opposed.
Plane of Ivory.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually like it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely different as well. You know, it's
Yeah.
not the same as like every other D&D scenario where it's like, you know,
Feywild. Oh, the fairy place. Yeah.
yeah, or yeah,
And Kiki's over there like by herself, like,
Hmm.
what are you thinking about over there?
I'm thinking my hair makes a pretty good mustache.
So Spicy Lids thinks it sounds better as the Ivory Plane.
Yeah, I think Ivory Plane's quite nice. If you were to rename it anything, no, I can't. I was gonna suggest that maybe the Void Sea should be like the Spectral Void, which is a name I always rather fancied. But
I like that though.
Spectral Void.
All right, so we have the Ivory Plane. So, does everybody vote for the Spectral Sea?
Spectral
Yep.
Void.
Oh, Spectral Void.
Did you avoid?
Spectral Void.
I kind of liked the Void Sea.
Void Sea, yeah.
The image of, you know, the sea with currents and stuff bobbing around in it is kind of cool.
Tell you what,
The
this is what I'm
Spectral
gonna do.
Sea of the Void.
I'm gonna put up a straw poll real quick.
Yeah.
And
Why do
we're
you do
gonna-
that?
I'm listening.
I really like Spicy Lid's.
Ooh,
suggestion
actually,
about
yeah, Ivory.
the Ivory Gardens.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit, actually.
That's cool.
I was reading the rest of it because of the nature of the Feywilds. Makes sense to me. I like that.
Ivory Gardens, yeah, that's good. That's real good.
Good job, Spicy Lids.
It's great at naming things, apparently.
Oh yeah, he's got a great name. Another great name. It's on the job, on the ball.
I'll call you when I get a dog.
Yeah.
What should the elemental currents be called? All right.
Maybe they could be the Spectral Void. The Spectral Stream.
So let's
Spectral
do this.
Channel.
The Void. What we say? The Void Sea was one option.
Void Sea.
What's the next one?
Spectral Void.
The Spectral.
There's also the Nothing. We've been referring it to as the Nothing for a bit.
Yeah, my only concern with that one is it sounds so much like the one from Neverending Story.
Which is called the Nothing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if there was something else that followed it or not.
Literally the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. So we have the Void Sea, the Spectral Void. Let's throw it. Let's do two more options.
I just keep thinking the Nothing. It's just stuck.
The Empty Sea.
The last two could be the Nothing and the Big Empty.
We're still stuck on the Nothing. Oh man. Don't trust me with naming animals. They'll just be called dog and cat.
What
What
yeah,
would you name a ferret? I actually named
Fairy.
I named my ferrets after the deities of Dragonlance. So I had Takesis and Paladine.
Oh, cool.
Ooh. Ferret. Yeah.
I just call him Ferret.
Ferret.
Come here,
Yeah.
Ferret.
My cats are Tsune and Tetsu, and here comes Tetsu with a pipe cleaner in his mouth. Where did you
All right,
get
so
this?
the Void Sea, the Spectral Void. That's what we're stuck on. That's all we got, right?
No,
I'm
Big
just-
Empty.
That sounds like a TV
Big
show.
Empty. I think it's from Fallout, actually.
Oh man. The Great Waste.
Great Waste.
The Great Void.
The
No,
Wastelands. Wastelands.
I mean,
That's taken.
yeah, I think in the Forgotten Realms they've started calling something similar to that, the Elemental Sea. I'm just skimming through the Mirror Mask and trying to remember what the name of the blackness is that consumes everything in Mirror Mask, and seeing if I can steal any ideas from that.
What about the Penumbra?
That might be taken already.
It's just so cool.
Yeah,
the Empty Penumbra.
yeah, yeah.
Number
no,
2.0.
No, in the Mirror Mask, it's got the a fairly original name, the Land of Shadow, which is not really quite what we're looking for.
What about the Mirror Void?
What about,
Oh, Mirror Mask was a really good movie. So Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean.
Yeah, yeah, great film adaptation. He wrote the screenplay for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jim Henson did all like the puppets and
Well,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, but of course, that's why it was fantastic because Jim Henson's.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did Dark Crystal too. Oh man, that movie creeped me out when I was a kid.
Sea of Shadows?
Sea of Shadows.
That could be another one.
No, it's not bad.
the strangeness, or the strange,
The Weird.
the weird.
Wait, I got a
The
perfect one.
Weird.
I got a perfect one. The Kiki. I'm still stuck on these two.
Well, you can check out the straw poll and see what people go with.
I'm gonna do this.
Let the people decide.
Well, I allowed them to add comments too if they want. Well,
I don't mind the
Yep.
Weird. That would be pretty cool. The Weird. The Weird seems like it should be a place that has like weird stuff though, not just like nothing.
All right.
I was going to say, dude, don't let the people decide. You get some really weird decisions when that happens.
The McShadowy place.
Strange McShadowy.
Yes.
Yeah, strange. Yeah, strange McShadowy face or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strange McShadowy Dumbledore, or something like that. All right. So let you guys go. You can add comments too, I think.
Oh, we got. Oh no, I don't think we should be able to. I don't think we should vote. That's a bit cheating. You know, let the people. Power to the people.
Oh no, that's what I meant. Yes, but people like Ken and who else is watching? And so
I'm abstaining.
Marie's there.
Yeah.
Oh, is she?
Yep, she's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just checked. I know who Spicy Lids is. That's one of the guys from our Strahd game earlier.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, I really want to talk to you at length about how ridiculous our Strahd campaign is.
Yeah.
We have a massive army marching on Strahd right now.
Yeah.
He
Everyone hates
kidnapped
us.
me. He killed my brother.
Everyone hates us, and as soon as you mention the mists, they hate us even more. It's
Everyone loves us. We're like everybody's cool with us. The Vistani love us. All of the like people who rule the towns love us. Like we've really cleaned house. We even have the woman from the church following us to come kill Strahd with us. It's good stuff.
Ken won again, guys.
Oh, good job, Ken.
Oh man.
Has Ken rigged it somehow? How's he doing this?
Yeah.
So how are we looking? Let's see. I was looking to see how many tickets we've sold.
Oh, Sussy Moonfox is Marie.
Yep, that's her.
Hi, Marie.
Oh.
All right, so we've all settled on the Ivory Gardens, correct?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
think
one.
that was a unanimous.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Void Sea seems to be the leading vote. It's funny because it shows me a pie chart, and it's just this big green blob of the Void Sea, and then the spectral. It's like a little tiny piece. It's kind of funny.
Didn't even stand a chance.
it's 6-1 so far.
Yep.
I like the Void Sea.
I think we'll go with the
I
Void
don't
Sea.
think we should be allowed to participate in the poll or in the giveaways. I think it's a bit.
Well, the thing about the giveaway is, I didn't rule it out. It gives you
Fair
guys
enough.
books and shirts, and the guest spots you can give to whoever.
I'm going to abstain because I want everybody else to have a chance.
I
Have a
agree.
go of it.
I do agree, and there are some in there. There's actually quite a bit in there. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I've got a fair few chunk of tickets in there.
No, I want to see Cross wearing one of our shirts.
What's the timer up to? 30, 36?
Yep, we got 36 minutes left.
half an hour to get your tickets in.
Let's do this. Let's go to Twitter. It has a Twitter. I think. I don't know. Where's Aaron at tonight?
Every other week he's got something on, hasn't it? Is it a casting thing he's got on every
Yeah, I
other
think
week?
it's casting.
But he
yeah.
didn't come
Yeah.
last weekend because of that, or last Monday.
Oh, he's an internet superstar now. Who are we to?
Yeah, I thought he was on last week.
I don't
No.
think so.
Last week was you, Randy, me, and Marie.
Yeah. Can you help Murder Buddy? Oh, Murder Buddy.
Wait, what am I doing?
Join,
How do you
can
enter?
you help him? Yeah.
Okay, so basically you're
I'm
gonna
helping
go
him at the minute.
here. you
Help
go-
Murder Buddy commit a murder.
These
if you go to-
names.
If you go to the giveaway page, I know there's some strange names on here. You
I know.
can.
Who's this Okashi? My goodness.
If you click on the, should be right above. Oh wait, no, I'm in a different page. Never mind.
I'll call you when I need you, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I give up. I quit.
That's why you're Murder Buddy. Oh, it's pretty good though. It's a good name. Good name.
Hey, but it makes sense because he's the buddy.
Yeah, he's the
I
one
get
that
it.
you call when you got to clean up a murder.
I get it. I'm sorry, I'm slow. I'm late to the party.
Yeah.
It happens.
Make sure you pay him in golden coin.
Payment tickets.
Where's John Wick? All right. So if you go to the link, if you click on the link, you go there. You can enter in how many tickets you want to buy, and they're 300 gold each, and you can get tickets by following, watching, subscribing, and playing in the raffles and beating Ken.
It's too hot.
Good luck. He's on fire.
Right? Here, let's try this again. Raffle. Give me a number. A reasonable number.
1,500.
Yeah,
7.
1,507. All right, I'll do it. Let's do this.
And Patrick, what is in the giveaway?
There's a ton of really cool stuff. You can get. Are we still auctioning off the yawning portal?
Call
Yes.
now.
You
Cool.
can get the yawning portal, all of classic D&D modules put together for your new 5e campaign. Freshly updated with tons of graphics, pictures, monsters, NPCs. The world is your oyster with the yawning portal.
You actually have that book, don't you?
I I have it, but I did not purchase it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I'm quite fond of it actually. I've wanted to run a module through it, but all of my people that I play with are 3.5 veterans. So.
Well, if you want to run one on Roll20, I'd play.
Oh yeah, totally. I've got a
play-
great idea for a campaign, but
Yeah, I'd play your. I'd play Yawning Portal. I think I'm gonna get it. It sounds pretty.
oh,
good.
it's great. Yeah, it's wonderful. I thought it was fantastic. Some of especially the later modules I've looked at adapting for 3.5 so I can get some of my parties to do it just on like a 5-6 session basis. And even just the lore for Yawning Portal is fascinating. Like you've got the bartender, you've got different interactions, NPCs that you can meet in there that will send you actually on said module quests. And so that's cool too. But it's great if you've got a campaign and you don't want to really alter the lore too much, but you just need them to do something for a couple sessions while you piece something together. Yawning Portal, it's great.
So a couple of things. Yes, you are correct. It does have the Yawning Portal in it, but it's also the book that's being released tomorrow, The Tomb of Annihilation. So I will purchase that and ship it to whoever wins the raffle, as long as they're in the United States. And
Boo.
No.
I can get it to you digitally if you're over there.
I haven't read Tomb of Annihilation, but I've heard good things about it. So
and then you
there's a
also
couple
get
play tests you can watch online too if you're unsure about it.
and then you'll get a size of your choice of a TPC shirt, which has this wonderful logo on it, and also 3 guest spots of either campaign of your choosing, any of the episodes, the Antecedents or the Destiny campaign, which are set in the same world, 57 years apart, and have a completely different feel to both of them, actually.
Yep. Yeah. Join next week.
How is Kree's fish business doing?
Thanks.
Real quick, I read this comment. Murder Brody asked for a signed pair of my boxers.
And we said yes.
So we're going to get
course.
like all the players together to sign a set of their own, and we're going to mail it. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, just pick the place. Pick the place and we'll go. I'll help anybody with travel fare. You heard it here, folks.
I just heard the goat. Why does the goat come on? Oh,
I'll
spicy.
buy your tickets, your airfare, but you got to take care for your own hotel.
Thanks, Spicy Lids. Okay, so don't listen to Ken or Vinny. Don't listen to Vinny in chat, guys.
Benny?
He's got a biased opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong though.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. We are better. It's 3 out of 4 right here saying we're better. So
Graham, would you like to?
I'm not going to dignify their bluster with an answer, man. It's okay.
Oh.
But
I think this is just a little UK hatred toward the colonies that made it. No, I'm kidding.
and the
Right?
convicts.
yeah, I was going to say let's not go down that route. But yeah, I mean, I was going to say, you could join the Antecedents campaign, or you could play in Destiny on Wednesday and play the captain of a Kobold team.
That's true.
I heard Destiny 2 just came out. Ba-doom-tsh.
Nice. Yeah, actually, Antecedents tomorrow. You guys are going to be picking up in Gilmore.
Yeah, hopefully I'll buy more milk so I can drink White Russians during it too.
Are you trying to say you have to be drunk to play in my D&D campaigns?
Oh no, I just like White Russians. They're like adult chocolate milk.
White Russians? White Russians?
White Russians? Sorry, I'm hunting rabbits.
Let's see. Who won this one? Shouting the Wind, Spicy Liz, and Cross Justice won.
Oh, not Ken.
Yeah, Cross!
Not Ken.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
not Ken.
But the only one he hasn't won.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long are these raffles? Awesome. Okay.
They're
Good
30
job, Cross.
seconds.
Awesome.
Good job. Who else won? Cross, Spicy Lids, and Shouting in the Wind. Hey, wait, that's you, Graham.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Something's not right here.
I figured that I had to kind of stack the odds against Ken a little bit,
That works.
but yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading up on the chat. This is
On the
second
plus
half.
side, I've not been abusing my mod powers to mute people when Patrick announces the raffles. So
I actually abuse my mod powers. No, I'm kidding. I've abused them at least 3 times.
I only just realized I was a mod a couple of days ago.
Tim,
I didn't even know.
At least he's being honest.
Yeah.
well, now that you know, you got to abuse them. Add weird
yeah.
bots at 2 a.m.
Powers. Yeah, Powers gone to my head straight away.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
brace
no,
yourself.
I'm in the Twitch channel. It's like Patrick announces a raffle, and then you can just mute everyone else. Oh look, I won!
All right. Sorry, I got off topic. We started rambling about stuff.
Yeah. What were we talking about? D&D?
That's right. Review the results. Still 6 to 1.
Awesome.
So the Void Sea is the winner,
Yeah.
and we're gonna stick with. Actually, you know what? I'm going to. Where's Spicy Lids? Let's see. Give. How the hell do you spell his name? Where you at? Gotta go all the way back up here. Gotta find him. There he is. Or, you said you know Spicy Lids?
I do, yeah. He's one of the players in our Strahd campaign.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Spicy Lids.
Right, for the wonderful name. of the Ivory Gardens.
Ivory Gardens was lovely.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
This is killing me. I don't know what's going on.
26 minutes until the 5 ebooks, the TPC shirt, and the 3 guest spots.
Are you trying to be Aaron?
No, I'm excited.
You're excited? You want to hit
Yeah,
the
Yeah, I
I'm,
wanna know who gets
I'm
it.
genuinely excited.
to see who's going to join you?
Ooh. Ooh. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay, so I gotta go to Spicy Lids real quick. All right. While I'm trying to do this, let's talk about.
Oh, we've got a Twitter.
Huh? Oh yes, we do have.
I didn't realize we had a Twitter.
We do have a Twitter, and I was trying to get into Twitter, but for some reason it's not letting me log on because it hates me.
I just think you should just give up then. Twitter is awful, but
Well, I only use it to.
no, I mean, no, don't listen to me. I don't have like a Facebook or anything.
Let's see. Let's try this again. I'm gonna try this one more time. If I can log in or not. It's not letting me log in.
Yeah. Kiki, you can't work in IT and not have anything. That's
I've got a Discord.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've got a imager actually.
Yeah, there we go. So
I've got an imager.
Just tell me I have a Facebook.
No,
wanna
I
check.
don't.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, I got Facebook. Sure.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I
When
did try to make one, naming myself. Oh God, what did I do? Tried to name myself Captain Picard, but it wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
First name Captain, last name Picard wouldn't let me. So I said, all right, done. Never again.
All right. Due to that awesome name that he gave us, I gave him 500 gold.
Cool.
Nice.
He's got 500 gold. How disappointing would it be if I raffled away 1 gold?
Ken would get it.
Yeah.
No, I want to join the big raffle. How do I join the big raffle?
What's the big raffle?
For the 5 ebooks and the TPC shirt and the guest spots.
You gotta go in there and
That's
buy tickets.
Yeah, you need to win. You need to win the gold to buy the tickets.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Well,
I've got gold.
actually, I just checked the leaderboard. I don't know if you guys know that or not. There's a leaderboard.
I'm third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could totally afford a ticket. Yeah, how much do I have to buy?
I mean,
How much are they?
the tickets are 300 apiece.
Okay, so how do I buy one?
You click on buy tickets and tell it how many you want to buy, and then click buy tickets, and off
Okay,
it goes.
so pretend I'm naive and I don't understand how to do this.
Click the link in the chat.
Which link?
The one
The
I just
giveaway
put on
link.
there.
You should put it again. Oh, there it is.
Are you sure you work in IT?
Yeah, I work in IT, not Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at lines of code all day. I don't just like.
Yeah. So if you follow the link, you can, with your current gold stockpile, you can buy 11 tickets. But then you'll have like 40 gold left.
Yeah,
think
so
it's-
I clicked on the link that you gave me for the leaderboard.
Oh no, there's one. Oh, did I? No, that's above it. Sorry. Here, let's do this. Give away.
There you go.
There's the giveaway, folks, right there in the stream elements.
Give it away, give it away, give it away, give
So
it away.
you know how last week, I think it was Griffin who said that I like he was talking about me. He says you really do like your cliffhangers. So I think that in Grimshaws Tavern, I'm gonna be like, okay, folks, and find out who's gonna win next week. Oh god, that would be horrible.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
you can't do that to us, man.
I'd probably get some hate mail after that.
Yeah.
All right, so the Ivory Gardens. It's a home of the Fae, full of tricksters and fairies that want to eat your children. Is that how I'm going to describe it?
Sounds like Shadow of the Demon Lord.
Yeah, I think that's very. There are benevolent ones as well. They're not all cannibals, but there's a lot of them. You know, you get like the mischievous type that just think playing jokes on you is funny. They'll steal your shoes and curse you with sneezing and stuff, and then you get the other really unpleasant ones, and then you get the ones that just want to play all the time, and
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Shy GM said nobody could play an elf in Shadow of the Demon Lord because he didn't want any baby stealers.
Baby stealers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Who doesn't want any baby stealers?
Oh, don't worry about it. So it's the White Russian talking.
Okay. I was going to say I'm not seeing that in chat.
Sassy Fox says, I would love to win once. I suppose just block Ken. You're a mod. Block Ken. Let's see. Raffle. I don't know. I'm enjoying my raffles.
Yeah.
Steam store. Store not working.
Yeah.
Store.
It's when you work out that Ken's not spending any of this gold on tickets and he's just saving it up for a mansion.
Yeah, mansion it up.
I'm not gonna lie, I did buy 10 tickets, but if I win if I win it, I'm gonna give away the guest spot, obviously, and the books. I'm just in it for the shirt.
Are you really?
No, I'm gonna give away the shirt too.
I told you guys that I have plans to work out a deal on shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, so
just wanna
Spicy
win
Lid
it.
says,
I actually don't. I don't wear t-shirts, so I'm gonna give the shirt away.
You just want to win it for the sake of winning it.
So Spicy Lids was saying, as far as like the Feywild or the Feylands, spring and fall, winter and summer, split it up like the seasons. Winter being the more devious, and summer being the more joyous ones of the fairies.
That's pretty cool. So the season kind of influences the Fae. Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, because like the Fae have different courts. So, like in the Celtic lore, you've got the Seelie court, which are the good ones, and the Unseelie courts. You could have the summer, winter, spring, and autumn courts, or you can do it however you want. But that's quite a cool way of doing it.
Well, it can also go back because if you remember talking about the penumbra, how it's influenced by the elemental currents.
Yeah.
So and so is Recroya with that's how the seasons change, is through the elemental currents, and that the same thing can go with the Feywild. Yeah. So it can kind of balance the power there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Currents. Okay, I'll leave it simple. All right. What am I missing? Got. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about. So we talked about the Spectral Void, and we like how that's kind of like open and ambiguous. The Ivory Gardens is the Fae. We're not gonna mess with it. As far as like changing all the creatures like we did in Penumbra. Speaking of Fae, like. If you went down through like the monsters manual and stuff like that, would you pluck all of them and put them all in the Ivory Gardens and periodically put some in the world of Recroya? The reason I ask that is because they've already came across a sprite.
And that's the way that I'd do it. But I'd have it like all the stuff that's in the lore, like toadstool rings and fairy rings and stuff. I'd have those as the gateways into the Ivory Gardens, and you could have like branch arches. So you could meet a sprite who's come out and is doing stuff. And if the sprite wants to get away, it knows where the gateway is, and you maybe don't. It also means that if you're walking through the forests, even if you're not lost, you can accidentally go through this branch archway and go, hang on, this isn't right. And unless you retrace your steps exactly, you're not going to get straight out.
So it kind of makes sense too, because the way I had it set up was it was at this huge tree.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a gateway, but they didn't investigate the tree any because it was this little sprite named Roland that they rescued from a hag, and then they went down and awoke the deities. Because that's what the
As you
Destiny
do.
campaign does. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, hey, side quest. Let's go wake up some gods.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're dead.
Oh, actually, yes, Ken is correct on that one. You can give your points to other players, by the way. Okay, so I do like that idea that there's these little portals and stuff, and maybe there's Fae on the outside that protect them as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can accidentally wander into the Penumbrum, you can accidentally wander into the Feywild.
Yep. And you could have portals between the two, so you could go from the Penumbra to the Feywild without necessarily having to skip through Rokoya.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'd be cool as well. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading Spicy Lid's comment. He was talking about being able to wander, have to know where the portals are for them to work, and speaking to the sprites to get that information, essentially. But
I guess it depends on how much you want to mess with your players, because if you have to know where they are, then they can't wander in by accident. And you could have some real jerk sprites who lay down clues, and if you're following the clues, they'll accidentally, on purpose, lead you through one of these portals, and you don't know where you've gone. But
that's what they would kind of do, playing tricks on you, teleport you to the Feywild without you knowing.
Yeah, like they'll steal all the stuff out of your bedside table, and they'll put it in a line and take it through. So if you follow and pick all your stuff up, you're in the other place, and you don't know where the gateway was. And then they'll laugh at you.
That sounds, so something like that would do.
And steal your socks.
Yeah.
All right, so going down, let's see, we got Ivy Garden, Tricoria, Penumbra, the Tormented Plain.
Yeah.
I have that currently set up. I mean, let's talk about its name. The Tormented Plain. Good one, bad one. What do you guys think?
This is demons, isn't it? This is
Demons and Devils.
Devils and Devils.
Yeah.
On the same plane?
Yeah. I could split them up because like in the is it the 9 layers of hell?
Yeah, well, you've got the 9 layers of hell, and then you've got the abyss, and they're separate things. I never really liked that. That always struck me as a bit weird.
I think I'm gonna keep it with being the Tormented Plane because I only have like the Plane of Souls, and then the Tormented Plane. It kind of represents that good. And, well, yeah, I guess you could say it represents heaven and hell.
I mean, I quite like the idea of there being one plane with layers, and the deeper down you go, the worse it gets. So it goes all Dante's Inferno on you.
Oh yeah, I definitely like having layers of hell. That's something that's cool.
Kiki, what do you think?
I think I need a haircut.
I got the perfect place for it.
I think
There's
I think,
these creatures
down
that
to the
have,
middle of my back is long enough.
Overoth haircut.
yes.
Somebody help me! I'm drowning in hair. No, I'm yeah, that sounds good to me. All jokes aside, sorry.
Yeah.
Ken won again, guys.
Ken,
Yeah.
what the heck, man? Ken, what are you doing?
I love how like everyone who's in the raffle, they're just Ken's different accounts, and he's just winning multiple times.
The only people that watch us are just Ken's various accounts.
Yes.
Makes me feel a lot less self-conscious on the air. With strangers, yeah.
There's like 10, 20 different monitors. They're just all of Ken's accounts.
Oh man, it was or better yet, like he's got like 20 kids, and they all have their own account.
And they his
We are Ken.
followed them from somewhere.
That's gonna be a secret society.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop up. The cult of Ken.
We are all Ken.
We're all
Everybody's Ken instead of everybody's John.
That's funny.
His name was Robert Paulson.
His name is Ken Kenson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we got 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes and 50 seconds until we need to do the drawing. So what else do you guys want to talk about these planes?
Gosh,
I'm sorry?
10 minutes. No, it's exciting. Hey, 10 minutes.
Countdown.
Woo! Party!
I think we should start to like add a few things into the tormented plane.
Okay.
We've got the penumbra, and there's all sorts of nasty stuff that can come from there. But you know, demons and devils are quite cool, and stuff can come from there too.
Well,
So
the one of the things about the demons and devils is there's a lot of them, just like the Feywild. There, a lot of them are already hashed out.
yeah,
Whereas like the penumbra, the reason I went so much into detail of that is because I needed a place for the drow and the durgar and all of that, and then I just started fleshing it out even more.
Pretty much start from scratch for the penumbra.
But we can do that. We can easily start plugging things in. That would be easy to do.
yeah. Because I mean, you know, if you get rid of the distinction between the abyss and the sort of the nine hells, then you've got the two languages, infernal and abyssal, which are your demon and devil languages.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, sort of, you know, which ones are which kind of thing, because they all just come up as like fiends generally in a lot of the books. So you know, what are devils, what are demons in this one? You know, which do tieflings belong to? Are there any other races that come from there that are sort of playable?
Gotcha. Now if you have the other races that are playable, then you're gonna kind of run into how do they get back and forth type thing.
Yeah.
So
Because we've got our list of playable races up on the website.
yep, we do.
If
I can get there.
Yeah.
Races. All right. Which one are you looking for? The tiefling?
Well, yeah, we've got the tieflings in there that come from one of them already. I'm just wondering though, you know, is there anything else that is that kind of?
I think it might be just tieflings. I think.
Yeah.
3.5 might have had more.
Yeah.
One of my favorite actually races in 3.5 was called the Hellbred.
What was that?
It was kind of like you died and you come back, but you made a pact. It's sort of like a mix between a race and a warlock.
We made a pact with something in the abyssal or the hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
It came back like a tiefling warlock on steroids.
Kind of, yeah. It had these abilities. It had different variations depending on what kind of pack you made, and as you went up in level, it kind of opened up different ones. But
cool.
I wouldn't be opposed to that if we wanted to create something like have the tiefling strictly aligned with, like, say, demons or devils, and then make one for the other, and just have slight differences between them. Whereas, like, you know,
that could be cool.
That would be cool.
Like you're kind of like a tiefling, but not quite the same.
yeah, we could call it something completely different. But it kind of mirrors it, but it has different abilities.
Yep.
And then they had, like, just like the demons and devils, they have this ongoing infernal war.
Yeah.
They have their also their hatred for one another.
Yeah.
And then I purposely put two in the party together to work together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that'd work after one of them killed the other. It'd be fine.
I'm sorry. That damn Ken.
Can help.
Yeah, because I said hellbred, and he's like, hellbred sounds tasty. Oh, man. What am I going to do with him?
Make him some toast by the sound of it.
I'm going to make him toast. Sorry, I just call it murder. Murder Buddy said it sounds
Murder.
like a bad Nicolas Cage movie. Hellbread
Murder.
coming soon in theaters near
Murder, buddy.
I don't know. I'll have very little said about bad Nicolas Cage movies. They're great. You know,
They're great because they're bad.
yeah, like Ghost Rider's brilliant. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, it's a
I think-
masterpiece.
I actually think Face Off was pretty good. And then
Okay.
what was his other one? The Rock. That was a good one.
Oh, there's so many.
I mean, to be fair, he's been in some terrible movies, but they're great in the way that you know you're just gonna laugh. It's fine.
Wait, what was that one where he was like a wizard or something?
What? Why have I not seen this?
Oh yeah, is it the Sorcerer's Apprentice or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember that one as well.
I need
I
to
didn't
watch
see it, but I
that.
remember it came out. I was like, "Good on you, Nick. Good work, Cage."
Oh man, that's what we need
He
to
spent
do
a
one
lot
night.
of. I mean, he spent all of his money on like dinosaur bones and stuff, or on fossils. So he.
Yeah,
can't,
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
spends on like.
I
weird
only say that in a
crazy-
joking way because my last name is Fossil. He spends it all on fossils. So. So he has no money. He's broke now. So he's got to do a bunch of terrible movies.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Pretty funny though.
Hmm.
Okay.
Keeps buying my families or family members into slavery. Ugh, it's horrible, really.
What are we gonna do with her?
God damn it, Nick Cage. We've told you before.
Stop buying my family.
Stop buying our D&D members.
All right, let's pull this up. We got 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh, I guess I can do one more raffle.
Yeah, go on.
Or you know what? I'm gonna do.
Make it a big one.
Let's see.
They get
Let's
all your gold. No holds barred.
I don't think he has a limit. He can raffle as much as he likes.
I can.
Of course,
I
it's
really
chaos.
could.
All the gold you got. Right
Um,
here, right now.
Let's go. I'm gonna do. Let's do this one.
I'm letting my hair down. Let's go. Let's do this.
You need to do it as a raffle. You've not done the command you've just done.
I know.
It's past 9 o'clock.
No, it's not. It's only like 8:27.
It's
It's not?
8:30.
Oh well, you have no excuse then.
Yes.
Yeah, now that I know you're on the now that I know you're on the East Coast. Yeah, it's only 8:30. What are you talking about?
Grab me. Hey, grab me a beer.
Anyway.
This stream is horrible. Grab me a beer. I need something to help me out here.
Yeah, these people are fucking crazy. Grab me a beer.
Oh man. Who won that one?
You have no beer?
Introverted and proud and Nergobert. Nergobert? Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta ask them first. Yeah, I gotta ask them first. Could you ask them? I'm on video.
I'm just laughing at Murder Buddy's post.
Yeah, no, about Nicolas Cage.
The
I
Cage
saw him in the
movie.
back of a motorcycle.
What?
Now in one Baker's struggle against the forces of darkness.
I kind of want to see it now.
One sec. One
Hellbread.
sec.
Okay? So I guess my next NPC, he's gonna have to be a baker, and he's gonna have to like. I gotta get my eyes right for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Nicolas Cage D&D character would be awesome. That'd be so good.
Oh man. Why is this happening?
Just like every time.
Oh.
Every time anything happens.
Oh god.
But that's only for the Antecedents campaign.
Yeah, I want Cage in that
The
campaign.
Destiny campaign doesn't get anything good.
Does that mean we get Keanu Reeves instead?
Yeah, and he plays club and ball.
Yeah, he's our budget Nick Cage.
And then you guys are like in the middle of it and like, hey, where's your star player? And he comes flying down, and then like he hits the
your
ground.
star player is here.
for club and ball?
No. No, my roommates, I had to go ask them for a pair.
Yeah, see, that's the second time
Yeah,
Ken's
'cause
won
this one is
666
gross.
gold.
They gave it to me because this one's gross. Don't buy
Yeah,
it.
something's going on with Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken, we're starting to suspect we know where your good luck came from.
Yeah, what deals have you made?
with an infernal hellbread.
He doesn't eat meat, so he gets infinite karma.
Yeah.
That's my problem. All right, where's my giveaway
wow.
tab? We got 30 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 29, 28, 27, 26. Wait, no, am I off?
Gotta get to the giveaways tab.
Tell me what number it is so I can count it down. Oh, no, we
20.
gotta all do 10. 10 in unison. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but if there's a massive lag between the stream and what we see on Twitch, it doesn't work.
Well, no, but it'll still count down for them. 10
Yeah, I mean,
seconds
I've got
in.
like 15.
5, 4,
4,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1. Happy New Year!
Closing the
Ken.
giveaway.
I'm still on
Ken won.
6.
Yeah.
Ken,
It's-
no, wait, no, Ken won.
Congratulations, Ken. No.
Don't tell me you won.
So,
No, who won?
so actually, the stream currently says, like, the counter says 0001.
Yeah.
So it's eternally at 1. So that means that it never ended.
Is this like the doomsday clock? It's always 1 second to midnight.
Who won?
I am going to. I'm gonna put this up here.
Oh, actually, if you're a programmer, remind me to send you something, Graham. This is really funny. I was from a programming convention that I went to.
Whoops.
Cool.
All right. So I gotta make this a little bit smaller. Screwing all my stuff up, guys. What's going on here? Don't mind me. Put it right in the middle. Screw it. All right.
Okay.
Drawing a winner.
Bum, bum, bum.
And Jacob is the winner.
Oh, Jacob!
Hey!
Nice work, man.
Good job, buddy.
Is Jacob here?
I think he's still on the
but-
bus.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Classic Cage, leaving 1 second on the clock. Sean Connery would be proud.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jacob. Is Jacob here?
Last post I saw on Discord was about 20 minutes ago.
I think he just got home. Yeah.
So
Alright.
So we'll give him a few minutes.
yeah.
All right. So, are you guys good with? Well, actually, I just want to say congratulations to everybody, or to Jacob, and thank you for everybody who joined the raffle and all that kind of fun stuff. But going back to Grimshaws real quick, do we have anything else we want to add?
Oh, he's online. He's like,
Oh,
hey!
he's on Discord.
Hey!
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Can we pull him into the Zoom chat so he could be like, hey? No,
Hey,
come
I'm
on,
Jacob.
yeah, hey.
Where is he? Where is he in
He's
general?
on Discord.
He's moving this way.
He's
Oh,
on the
he's-
bus. Yeah, he's on
yeah.
the bus. So.
Bad
So-
Wi-Fi and buses.
Speaking of which, if anybody wants to join us in on Discord, we're generally on there. Ken's on there. He checks it at least once a day.
I'm on it when I'm supposed to be working. So, I mean, you know,
But
Yeah.
who works?
I do.
Work.
Okay, so
Yeah.
to answer the question, it says did Jacob win all 3 guest spots? Yes, he did. That was part of the giveaway. However, there will be in the future we could do more if this one's successful enough. We can definitely do more. So,
Yeah.
and that would be more giveaways. You know, it doesn't have to. You can figure out all kinds of stuff. I looked into. I can't even think. The shirts, other kind of paraphernalia, like I even think of, like hats and all that kind of stuff. Clearly, I have the poster behind me, just for the hell of it. It's stuff that comes in those boxes. And he's got a bear. How do you get a bear? Where'd the bear come from? It's from somebody else's channel. Sorry, I saw a bear. I like bears.
Oh, that was a bear.
I don't know. What are some other good giveaway ideas, guys?
Well, he's gonna take all three, I bet. So, we should auction off more guest spots. Hey!
Everybody's on a goal. We got to give them some time to work it back up.
You gotta get your stockpiles
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah, I know. I just dropped 10 tickets on that thing. He dropped like what, 25 though? 50?
No, at one point he did like 57.
57.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's what you're competing with, everyone. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
All right. Tell everyone Goat loves you all. Free random potions for everyone in the house.
Oh.
Speaking of which, okay, so pretty much we're done with all the whatchamdoodle, the realms. A couple of things I want to talk about real quick. Kiki, I don't know if you saw it or not, but the glass orb. Did you see that as a store item?
Sure.
Nope, she didn't.
Deception.
No.
Deception is not Heidi's strong point.
So
Well, see, Heidi's like polar opposite to me because I'm like super chill and super messy, and she's like super uptight and super clean.
Sure, I did. Yeah.
and Ken breaks it
No, I
down.
saw it totally. Thank you, Ken.
So one of the things, antecedents tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys are going to be in this town of Gillimore. Had to think here for a second.
Chasing the bad dude.
Theoretically, you don't really know what he is. He's
a
the guy.
bad.
No, this guy's wearing form feather leather tunic. Okay, that doesn't necessarily make him a bad guy.
We just attack some random guy.
Sorry, I was laughing at something else on Discord. Come join Discord, guys. You really need to.
Yeah, join our Discord. We're all insane. I'm kidding.
So
We all
anyway,
just say a lot.
in the other channels,
Hmm.
I'm not chasing him. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Ken. But yes, so Antecedents campaign tomorrow. They're picking up in Gillimore. They're chasing some random dude they saw coming out of a tavern. They thought he was suspicious because he was wearing a nice form-fitting leather tunic. And that's just the kind of people they are. They're weird.
Suspicious.
Nothing?
He's suspicious.
He's suspicious. Going back to the store, you guys can buy items for them to use in game. And that goes for both campaigns. You can give them nat 20s, you can give them random potions. Speaking of which, this Kiki, you know how to do whatchamdoodles, macros, correct? On Roll20.
Yes, I do.
I need a macro. As soon as we're done here, I need to hop on Roll20.
I need a macro. What do you need? What do you need to do?
I'll tell you about it. I need you to do put a bunch of stuff so it rolls it, and it's all in one line instead of.
Oh my god!
splitting
Yeah,
it.
totally.
Is that for the potion table?
Yes, that's for the potion
Okay.
table. So it's just
Macros are wicked easy. I would love to help you.
okay. So we'll do that. Then everybody starts going to home and chat.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
just
there's
picked up on that.
there have been chains of us just like in our private discourse, just going,
Oh, I love waking up saying like, 20 new messages on Discord, and it's all just
Uh,
Hmm.
and then I try to put something in there that's game related, and it comes back with
As soon as one person does like 5 other people do
We should just all say that tomorrow. Patrick says, and you see this mysterious guy in the corner, and everyone goes,
That would be
I'm
metagaming,
game.
guys.
I'm game. I'm totally game.
Oh man. Okay, so yes, you guys can buy items, and actually one of the items I think is what Ken is trying to save up for. Let me see this leaderboard real quick. Leaderboard. He's trying to save up for the mansion. That way they can say in a place for 24 hours safely, and I can't attack them until the Feywild comes out and the fairies start toying with them. Because really, like when you buy the mansion, that's a portal inside to the Feywild, into the Ivory Gardens. So you guys are actually literally crossing over on your own accord. I didn't force you to do it. Where is... No, Ken used all his gold. All right. So I think we had a pretty successful Grimshaws Tavern tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun.
We got some,
Awesome.
some
I'll have
great...
to use my my night off for this more often.
It's fun coming on Grimshaws Tavern because
Yeah.
we do a little bit of war building, we do a little bit of lore, we talk about some stuff, and then we
Like
just...
I'm still shaky on the whole camera thing. Like it's just like I don't like watching myself. Like like if I could just like
She's gonna have a mask.
Just post it, note it.
no, I know.
Just
Well,
need to post it, note.
you caught on last time when I made the camera lower than my eyes, so you could only see the lower. You're like, nobody can see you, Kiki, and I'm like, I know, that's what I wanted.
Just do what Randy does the whole time. He sits like this.
Yeah, that's what I just want to like be like. I am playing this game.
I'm breaking stuff.
Yeah, no, just nobody look at me.
Nobody can say.
Nobody can see.
Yeah.
Just
All I
look at
see
my
is
really long
your hair.
Yeah, my hair.
But
Yeah, this is my abdomen, by the way. Right here is my belly button, so for reference.
depends on how long your hair is.
And to how long my hair is and how short I am.
Spicy Lids. Yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. I want to say thank you for the name suggestions and interacting. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it was
So I appreciate
lovely.
that.
Thank you so much. I would love to hear about your Strahd campaign, by the way. Join Discord so we can talk about it, because I've been playing Strahd for as long as you guys have. So,
Yep.
and I play Irina, so it's fascinating.
Strahd sounds awesome. I think I gotta get in.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, if you ever want to do a game of Strahd, one of you guys got to play Irina. And go, Irina.
I don't
we
get
do
to
the
play in
accents,
campaigns.
too. I actually I get bonus XP for talking in an accent, so that's cool.
I gotta say, Patrick, it's definitely easier to play in a campaign than DM one. It's a lot less work, man. You should.
It's a
Give it a-
ton of fun.
Nobody
You
lets
should
me play, man.
I would love for you to join my Apocalypse World campaign.
Yeah, come play, Patrick.
Yeah, Apocalypse World. Who wants to do Apocalypse World?
Yeah, but it all depends on the day.
Monday. That's the only day I have off.
I could do like 5 minutes of Grimshaw's Tavern and then hop over there.
Yeah, we both would.
Yeah, nah. I think that wherever you end up playing, Patrick, we have to stream it so we can. So if we're not playing, we can all see.
Yeah.
Well, there's talks of one of the other players running a campaign. So,
That
and,
is true.
Who is it?
I can't say who because I don't want to say who, and then that pressures them into having to actually do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Aaron?
No. That's not what I meant.
Devilish luck.
Oh,
I
man.
am.
Yeah, right. He's not here tonight, so we can talk about him. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
we can talk about him now, and then we can know if he watched the stream or not.
That's true. Like nobody tells him anything. We
Yeah.
just talk about it. Oh man, that would be horrible. All right, I think okay, that's about it for the night. I want to say thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for joining. Tune in to
Hasta luego, I say with finger guns.
Antecedent's campaign tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys haven't checked out any of the episodes, there's actually quite a few of them now. I think we're up to 16 on the Destiny campaign, and you guys will be on episode 7 tomorrow night.
Whoa,
Yeah.
7's
right?
a big number.
Yep.
It's more than 6.
It's not 8.
Yeah, but it's more than 6 and 5.
Fair enough.
That is true. It is definitely more than 6 and 5, but not more than 5 and 6 together.
I'll post the
No,
Discord one more time.
Oh, are we talking math?
Sort of.
I just said that they're on 7. And
Yeah.
he just went off with it.
Yeah, more.
It's also
counting
bigger than
rather
4.
maths.
That's like 3 and 4 combined.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Not as big as 9, but it's definitely bigger than 1, 2, and 3. Like, definitely.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Death
So-
more than 6.
I can't
Death
do
more
it.
than 6. Death less than 7. Or no, 8. Because we're on 7.
Maths.
And I guess 0. I guess
Don't worry, I'm an engineer.
What else am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything else, guys?
I
don't
don't.
think so.
No, well, we just did the giveaway.
Yeah,
Not
just
unless
did
you want to, not unless you want to plug Destiny on Wednesday as well for the second
Um,
half of.
kind of. Yeah, Destiny. The Destiny campaign is on Wednesday. Takes place 57 years after the Dragon Onslaught. And if you guys don't know anything about that, you can check out our website. We are. Maybe not.
Do you really want to watch the other campaign, The Descendants, on Tuesdays? It's really the one you want to watch.
Nobody knows that's you. But yeah, if you guys want to check out
Trade
the website,
secret.
there is a lot of information, and we're updating more and more information. I try to do what I can every other day, but I'm limited on my time.
This is pretty much where the stuff from Grimshaws Tavern goes to the website.
Yep, and then some of the stuff from the campaigns end up there too.
Yeah.
As I get time to update it. I'm behind. Clearly. Man, I could probably write a book on all of this stuff already.
Make a campaign guide.
Eventually, that's the goal.
All right, let's help you out with those macros.
Let's do it.
Let's do it drunk.
Thanks
Let's
again,
do it
guys. Thank you guys for joining me tonight.
It's a great first tavern.
Yes.
Glad
That's why
that-
you were drinking. You're in the tavern. Why not?
Yeah, that's
That
why I
makes
had 2
sense.
white rations. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to have a beer one of these mornings for Grimshaws Tavern.
Now
Yeah,
more and more people are going to want to join the tavern so they can
Look,
go drink.
Sam,
Breakfast beer.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, as in it's after 5 o'clock when we start playing on the East.
Oh
Coast.
yeah, just have a breakfast beer.
Yeah,
Just have
totally.
a-
Yeah.
Just have my
Sure,
normal.
That's normal.
Breakfast.
I started off with a whiskey sour yesterday at 9 a.m. So I mean,
Yeah. Start the day with a bang.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Sunday. Okay,
Yeah.
you're good. It was Sunday. I was thinking it was Monday. You were at work.
Yeah, hope to play with you again, Arkin, sometime soon. It's great,
Yeah,
great talking
good.
to you. Good seeing you.
Catch you next time.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks again.
See ya.
So you guys.